Good everyone, Organized Video. Today we have a combo request by Panzer Ace 89 for the Pvkv II, and well, he said a J21, but I actually want some CAS ability, so I picked the A21. They're basically the same aircraft. And this is a pretty solid combo, although I would have loved to have had Big Sven instead, the B-18B, or the Uncle Sven, as we call it, the T-18B1, but can't always get what you want, can you? Now, the Pvkv II was one of the last Swedish tanks I planned to review, but then I thought many people have already gotten their impressions out on this vehicle. I'll just leave it. And I only reviewed a handful. In fact, I can count on less than one hand how many Swedish, well, sorry, two hands, I should really say, how many Swedish tanks I actually reviewed. Because, not being funny, right? Yeah, this tech tree was all awesome and all that, but it had barely any lineups. The stock grinds are horrible for the most part, and it's just not a very nice tech tree to work with. But don't worry, my Pvkv II is spaded. It didn't take all that long, to be brutally honest. It only took me a handful of games, and that's because I used boosters. And well, we're not going to be using that crappy stock round is all I'm going to be saying, but we'll go over that shortly. So to go over the vehicle itself, its hull armor is actually not too bad, considering this is based off a light tank, which is the license-built Czechoslovakian LTVZ-38. I think I said all of that correctly. Then obviously the Germans took over the production of that vehicle, which became the Panzer 38T, and it went from there. And obviously Sweden bought a license and went from there. Now, of course, this 50mm of armor realistically isn't going to stop shit other than a occasional 50 cal round, maybe a light SPA round, but otherwise everyone and their mothers is going to shoot the big ass turret, which this turret is huge and it has no armor. We do get access to a hull mounted machine gun, but realistically we're probably not going to be using that. The turret armor is only 15mm thick and it's even 10 on the sides with an open compartment at the rear. That's not going to stop anything realistically, and subsequently we're going to have to avoid the aircraft spam, and most importantly we're going to have to avoid the obscene amounts of anti-aircraft spam if we fight the Germans, and also the 50 cal spam if we fight the American tanks, because they love throwing their 50s at this thing like it's some sort of dinner bell. But hopefully we shouldn't be too, shall we say, 50 cowed or cast to death, and hopefully we can at least support the team in that sense. But of course, our plan for today is the A21A-3. Now I have a choice of two weaponry loadouts. I'm probably going to take the second one. This is not the second one. This is the 250 kilogram bomb as well as 8 rockets, and we also have access to a 600 kilogram bomb, very similar to Big Sven, but he gets 2, and so does the Uncle Sven. Realistically, this is probably the bomb load I'm going to pick, or the weapon reload that I'm going to pick, purely on the basis that I would rather get myself into a fighter-capable aircraft and use all the ordnance quickly before I can do enemy, well, shall we say, like, cast suppressant is what some people would call it. And I want to do that quite early on, because the guns of this thing are brutal, and that's saying that lightly. So, let's get into the battle and let's get cracking, because this BR is heavily populated recently. I think I know why though. All the Wereaboos are climbing their ranks to try and get the mouse, but the mouse has already ended. So, but all I'm saying is just to reiterate the point, I'm not taking any more sub requests. I have one left, which is Asma Maseng's request for the R3T20 and the SM91. I specifically waited till the SM9, well, not the SM91, although that does need a BR increase. The R3T20 went up in BR, so that will come probably later today. Okay, cargo port. Not a bad map, but with the fact that we've got a conquest, that isn't great, and that is not good for us. But we should be okay. I'm going to take 30 rounds of the standard. Well, I say standard. This is the upgraded round. 162 pen at 10 meters, very good pen. The shell has very good explosive mass as well at 110 grams, which makes even some Russian guns blush. And if you penetrate, you're probably going to kill him in one shot. Meant to take the left-hand spawn, and I've just been T-boned. Thank you very much, prick. Jesus, use your brake pedal. I've just explained to a friend of mine on Facebook a dad joke, and I'll tell you guys it in a second. And the joke is, it's rather ironic because I'm driving a Swedish vehicle, although not all. In fact, I don't even think that. I mean, there was Swedish Vikings. If I remember rightly, I don't really remember much about the Vikings. I never really did it in history. But the joke is, why do Vikings love battleships? Because it's a long ship. So there you go. I'm just going to explain it to my friend on Facebook whilst I'm driving, which is, don't text and drive. That is something that I can certainly advise against. But as you can tell, the mobility of this thing, the mobility on this tank is not too shabby. I've got to say that it really does get up and move. Because it is based off an early light tank, but at the same time, it's a good light tank chassis. Oh god, no. Thank you. And now she gets a joke. Good, good. Because this thing's so bleeding tall. Oh, I was driving that the other day. We're probably gonna die here. Hide behind this pillar here and hope for the best. Oh, what? Son of a bitch! I thought I'd have done something. There we go, hull brake on the Jag 10. I was driving that the other day. Oh no. Thank you. Beep, beep, beep. Start reversing. Get us out of here, driver. Come on. I do not want to get hit by a Calliope. I think he's going around the back though. Oh no, is there two of them? Did you guys really buy that in the sale? Like, come on! Oh my god. That thing is PTSD inducing. Jesus. I'm reversing. If I get hit by a rocket, I'm done. Good lord. What the hell is going on? He's using that as a smoke screen. Well, we got the engine, but that's not good enough. I could just hear rockets flying all over the fucking place. Sleep! It's good for your health, Jesus! Spamming rockets! That's a Lee. I hate that fucking tank, by the way. Eh, not bad, although I would have liked to get the 75 gunner. 37 bounced off, that's something. There we go. We'll jump in the plane very shortly. We've defo got enough SP for it. I don't know where that second shot came from. I think it's over there. Oh, just a little bit under. A little bit higher. I've got his range, so let's go a little bit higher. That's it. Right about there, just a tiny bit higher. This is gonna hurt, yep. Oh, that was lucky. If you don't know what just happened there, his shot actually looped over and hit the loader right in the face, so that's kind of lucky. I wonder if you can actually spot the penetration. Because normally there's a shell marking when the shell exits the vehicle through the rear of the turret, but I don't think it's there. And yes, I know this is motion sick inducing, but aww. Don't see us, M10. Don't see us. You're just annoying. So you're going first. Whoa, that's probably that T-34. Yes, yes it is. Why, hello there. Thank you. How many kills were on? Fucking hell, 7. Jesus. Okay. Alright, the M10 should be coming around that corner any minute now. I mean, we are kind of spawn camping here, but I'm going to jump into play at this point. 7 kills. I will certainly take that as a result. Okay, default. I actually do use default on these Swedish guns for the most part. It's got a great mix between AP and HE content. So, again, I was going to review the Swedish planes a bit more, but again, there's no real point when... Holy fuck, look at their team. Whoa. We have kicked some royal ass in the Pvkv II today. Okay, well, we've still got that French M10 that we missed out on. I don't know where he is, although I think I see him. Yeah, definitely looks like him. Come here, sonny boy. I promise this won't hurt much. Although you might feel this next week. What? Okay. Apparently, Big Sven's Pride and Joy bomb can't kill an M10. Good God almighty. Thank you. Have a good night. Although you probably won't, because your entire team is dead. Yeah, yeah, I can't do shit to that tank. That's a Sherman. Is there anything for us to kill? Oh no, hold on. Are you going full American? Yes, you are. I can just mark them for the team, I suppose. Using the 13s. There we go, that'll do. Still, 8 kills overall. That was a cracking run. Didn't get to do a whole lot in the A21, but hey ho. And plus, we got a skin unlock, so that's even better. But like I say, that is a solid combo. Just a shame the bomb missed, which, well, I say missed. That explosive charge should have killed the M10 regardless, but yeah, well, clearly I don't get the results that I want. But still, the guns were more than enough to deal with the M10 from above. But all I will say is, if you let a Pvkv II get into a good position and it has the upgraded shell, yes, its ballistics can be a bit troublesome sometimes, but as you can tell, this thing is brutal, and it really does kick some ass. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the Pvkv II and the A21A-3 requested by Panzer Ace 89. And I will catch you all on the next one, which will be Asma Maseng's contribution to the last sub-request that I'm taking for a while. And that is the R3T20 and the well, not the Dark, it was the SM91, but I'll change the Dark out in a moment. I'll see you all later.